Hello, YouTubers. My name is EVP, and I do tarot readings. I had a question about Brian Laundrie and if he told his parents what had happened to Gabby when he returned from Teton National Park in Wyoming, the day that she was murdered. And here's the spread that I got. So here we have the Five of Cups reversed, which is related to Scorpio, which is what Brian Laundrie is. He's a Scorpio. And Five of Cups reversed is a delay or change of heart, unclear about a decision or something emotional. And then we have the High Priestess, which I believe to be Gabby. And the reason why is because the High Priestess relates to secret, hidden truths, premonition, unrevealed things. And that is what obviously Brian Laundrie had a secret about, was Gabby. And the High Priestess is also about beauty and mysticism, and I believe that she was that for him. She was a beautiful girl, and she knew a lot more, I think, about how to be successful than he did. So, also, if you look, the number 2 is up on the High Priestess card, and that relates to a choice, a decision, and that obviously his decision wasn't a good one, was it? So here we have the Queen of Swords, and most of the time when I pull anything about Brian's parents, the Queen of Swords is Roberta. Now this card usually represents air signs, and she's I believe a Sagittarius or an Aries, Aries. So anyway, the Queen of Swords is a very harsh and cruel with words character, and it's reversed, so it's even worse than normal. So I believe that some secret came out, and this might be Roberta, or maybe even a lawyer, who knows. But the Queen of Swords is a harsh, logical truth. Even though it's offering a hand here, it's not nice. There's stipulations here. And that's what I get with the Queen of Swords. I think it's Roberta, in my humble opinion. So, maybe he expressed this secret to her. Then we have the Strength card, which is associated with Leo, which is Brian Laundrie's dad. And maybe this also represents, the backlash of being the harsh mom. Here's the Strength dad saying, okay, what do we do now? What can we do with this information? So he's kind of the gatekeeper of peace, continuing the same things every day with the situation at hand. So I do believe that these are the parents' cards. Then we have the Death Reverse card. Now, I'm having a little bit of trouble with Spirit telling me if this is about him not believing that this happened, or maybe that Brian Laundrie is considering starting a new beginning from an end, which is what we obviously know to be either depression, suicide, and Gabby's, demise. So this one's a little tricky, but I personally believe that he had a decision on whether to end his suffering of depression and grief, even if it's selfish. And that's just, what I feel to be true. So maybe consider the 2 different possibilities here, the depression and questions about liberating from it. That's what I think it is. So I clarified these cards, and ironically I had the Five of Cups reversed clarified by the Five of Cups upright, which signifies to me Spirit is confirming that this is Brian Laundrie's card, and that he was overwhelmed with this emotion at one time, and then once he said something, then it became, the conflict of what to do now. So now that it's upright, there's more clarity. Then we have Gabby's card, the High Priestess, clarified by the Wheel. Now, to me, the Wheel signifies, when it comes to Gabby, the completion and end to her journey on this earth. involvement, enrichment, the universal finality. Okay, so here we have the Queen of Swords reversed, clarified by the Six of Swords reversed. And Six of Swords represent, lack of communication, devaluation, lack of courage. Logically, there is some hiccups that they cannot overcome. So I believe that maybe Roberta did not have the wherewithal to complete that transaction with Brian. Now we have the Strength card with the Seven of Cups reversed. And it seems to me that, the Seven of Cups reversed represents lack of confidence, no improvement, lack of results. And there's a decision to be made here. If you see this young man looking at different possibilities, I do believe that, this is Brian's card again, because cups represent the water signs. He was a Scorpio, and he's trying to decide what he's going to do for his next step. If you see, there's a snake coming out and water coming out, like what? Which one am I going to go into the wilderness and die? Am I going to stick this out? What am I going to do? And I think that this is where he decided to run away after maybe contemplating and speaking with maybe the father. Maybe that was the decision to be made, to go and perish. So here we have the Death reverse card clarified by the Ace of Cups. Again, Cups is water signs. Brian is a Scorpio, which is a water sign. And the Ace of Cups represents a new beginning. Okay, now this is the funny part. It's a new feeling, Ace of Cups. Whether it's a new journey of, feeling okay with going to the afterlife, or whatever it may be. But it is a new feeling of something or someone regarding to a journey. So here we have it. All in all, to clarify it all, I do believe he told his parents. I do believe that there was no future for him. He had to make a decision on what he was going to do, and ultimately those feelings of starting over somehow or some way might have put him to an end to his life. Or, as the conspiracy theories think, he's still alive. Maybe he rebounded from wanting to kill himself and has a new thought process and feeling of moving to another transition in his life. But I do believe he's dead, so that's just my personal opinion. Yes, it is all sketchy and weird. I totally agree with everyone. But we shall see the finality of that. Enjoy, guys. Thanks.